Welcome everybody. This is Ilyas Hariri. We have grade 9 unit 4, a great leader. Today we have unit 4, period number 5, 6 and 7, page 44, 45 and 46. At the beginning, everybody, let's read our lesson, the text. Listen and repeat.
Period 5, Activity 3. Salah al-Din, 1138 to 1193, a leader ahead of his time. After Salah al-Din had brought together large parts of the Muslim world, he turned to Jerusalem. The city had been in Crusader hands all his life, and from 1182 he started preparing to free it from them. As a strong believer in God and the Prophet, peace be upon him, he believed that he must do this. He prepared well, and in summer 1187 he defeated them at the Battle of Hittin. Weeks later.
So here we have the word here referred to Salah ad-Din, and the city referred to Jerusalem. Also, all his life, who is his to Salah ad-Din, he free Jerusalem from them, from the Crusaders, and he must do this. What is this? To free Jerusalem. Okay, let's continue.
Jerusalem fell. For Muslims everywhere, this was a great moment. It was the opposite in Europe, and a new crusade began in 1189. But things went badly for the Crusaders. By summer 1192, most had died or left Palestine. Only 2,000 men under King Richard of England turned east from the Mediterranean to attack Jerusalem. Then Richard became sick, and this has given us a famous story. Salah al-Din did not. Period 5, Activity 3. 2,000 men under King Richard of England turned east from the Mediterranean to attack Jerusalem. Then Richard became sick, and this has given us a famous story. Salah al-Din did not attack, and instead he sent Richard fruit, snow to make cool water, and even his personal doctor.
So here we have went badly. So, but things went badly. It means not good for Crusaders. They feel bad and they disappointment. Most had died. Most Crusaders had died. And also here we have, he sent Richard fruit. Who is he referred to? To the Salah ad-Din. Here also, let's continue our conversation.
Stories like this show a leader who behaved fairly and generously, as well as one who was brave and intelligent. They show us a leader who was ahead of his time. Salah al-Din and Richard never met, but they respected each other greatly, and they made peace in 1192.
Okay, so here one who was brave, the one is also Salah ad-Din. They never met. Who are they? King Richard and Salah ad-Din, and they made peace. King Richard, Salah ad-Din.
Jerusalem remained in Muslim hands, but people of both religions could travel there freely. This was almost Salah al-Din's last important act. He died in Damascus in 1193.
It means Salah ad-Din.
Today, in another dangerous age, we must hope that there will soon be peace again, and that Jerusalem will again be open to all.
Okay, now we have exercise number 2, page 44, everybody. We have exercise number 2. Read and mark the statement whether true or false. Number one, until almost the end of Salah ad-Din's life, Jerusalem had remained under Muslims' control. No. Number two, Salah ad-Din took Jerusalem soon after he and his men had defeated the Crusaders under the Battle of Hattin. Yes, of course. Number three, a new Crusader began immediately after Jerusalem had fallen. No. Only 2,000 Crusaders arrived in Palestine. Yes. And the last, number five, in the end, the peace between Salah ad-Din and King Richard gave each side something important. Yes. Now,
stories like this show a leader who behaved fairly and generously as...
Now, exercise number 1, page 46. Now, read again and complete the history notes. Add the dates. Started preparing for free Jerusalem, in which time? In 1182. Salah ad-Din won the Battle of Hattin in 1187, and he took Jerusalem in the same in 1187. The next crusade began 1189, and in 1189 until 1192 most of the Crusaders died and went home. The Crusaders turned east to attack Jerusalem, but King Richard became sick, in which time? In 1192. At that time, the two leaders made peace between them in 1192, and at the last, Salah ad-Din died in Damascus in 1193. Read the passage again and do these tasks. When we finish reading, everybody, we have some answer these questions or the meaning or referring to. On line 6, and from 1182 he started preparing to free Jerusalem from them. Who are them? Crusaders. And most had died. Most Crusaders had died. Okay, the majority of the Crusaders had died. Number 3, line 20, as well as one who was brave, one who is the leader, Salah ad-Din. Okay, and number 23, could travel there, could travel to Jerusalem freely without any obstacles. On line 24, this was Salah ad-Din's last important act. What is it? Was important act? This is the peace between King Richard and Salah ad-Din. Now, say what the underlined words or phrase mean. He turned to Jerusalem. What does it mean? He turned to. It means he changed direction to go to Jerusalem. Now, line 11, weeks later, Jerusalem fell. What does it mean? It becomes where the Jerusalem was taken by Salah ad-Din. Line 13, it was the opposite in Europe. It was sad in Europe. Nobody was happy. It was not a great moment in Europe. And the last one, Jerusalem remained in Muslims' hand. It means the Muslims stayed in power in Jerusalem. The last exercise on page 46, everybody. Exercise number 1, add the words to their definitions. So the first one, brave, what does mean brave? What does mean calm, fair, generous, intelligent, strong, and warm? These are the definition of these words, everybody. Just read it and guess which definition is suitable to which meaning. The first one, good at thinking, understanding, and learning. It is intelligent. Now, number 2, not afraid of danger. Of course, it's brave. Number 3, giving others more of your time or money than most people do. Yes, generous. And number 4, friendly in a way that makes others feel comfortable. Well done. War. And number 5, having clear feelings and ideas and keeping to them. Well done. It's strong. Number 6, behaving well and in the same way to everyone. Fair and not full of strong feeling. Calm. In this point, everybody, we've reached our lesson for today. Have a nice day, everyone, and goodbye.